Alright, classes, so obviously I'm not here today. I am in this city, well, actually leaving this city. This video is for my biology classes for 3rd period, 4th period, and 7th period only. So, I'm actually in this place where they house this statue. It's the, I believe, the second largest statue in Texas. Anyone know what it is? This statue is a statue of Sam Houston. No, I'm not in Houston, guys. This statue is actually located in Huntsville, Texas. So that's where I'm actually on my way home. But anyway, so I wanted y'all to know that yes, you are having a test tomorrow. So we're gonna go over your review sheet today. Okay, in order to review, you need to get out your foldable, the cell cycle, make sure that everything is in it. If you do not, don't write it down now. You have to write it after we're done with our review. Make sure that you have it so you can use it to study. So get your cell cycle foldables. I'm sorry, my actual review got a little crinkled, and I was taking pictures while on the road, so it's a little blurry. But you do your best. So what we're going to focus on is question number 1 for now, okay? And then we're going to go through it. So question number 1, it says you need to compare and contrast asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So the answer that you're actually gonna find it is gonna be in this section here. Asexual reproduction. These are things that you need to know about it. These right here are examples.
Mama, let's get my
Oops.
iPad.
Sorry about that, guys. That was my son. He was complaining about his iPad or something. Anyways, so that was for asexual reproduction, and the section for sexual reproduction is going to be right here in your notes. So these 2 places will give you the answer to question number 1. You're comparing and you're contrasting, like you're telling us the differences or similarities about them, okay? Moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 is asking about the advantages and disadvantages of asexual and sexual reproduction, which is found here. These are the advantages and disadvantages for asexual. Now, sexual are on this side of your foldable. So these are going to be the advantages and disadvantages of asexual and sexual reproduction. Okay? So you need to give yourself some time so you can write it down. And then we'll move on to number 3. Guys, if I'm going too fast, all you have to do is just pause it. Just please be nice to each other and don't be rude. Alright? Okay. So the next question is asking which organisms, remember organism is something that is alive, which ones go through asexual reproduction? That would be bacteria. Yeast is another. Coral reefs. Fungus. Green algae. Mold. Non-flowering plants. These are all examples, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the one that's going to be on your test right here. So write it down. Okay, so the next question is about cell cycle. What is a cell cycle? Basically, it's a period of growth and division for a cell, and the results are going to be what we call 2 daughter cells. In other words, 2 cells that are exactly the same. Daughter cells. Write it down. Pause it if you need to again. So, question number 5. You've got to draw a chromosome. You've got to label the centromere and the chromatids. that is definitely going to be on your test. So please know how to recognize the different parts. So here is your chromosome. Make sure you draw that. The centromere. Oops. CENTROMERE. And then the chromatids. This little section is one chromatid. This other little one is another chromatid. So a chromosome is made up of two chromatids. They're called sister chromatids. The next question about where the chromosomes are located, it's in your foldable. You got to open it up. Look for metaphase. And the chromosomes are located, and here's your answer. Okay, so moving on with the next one. The next question is asking what's the longest phase in the cell cycle. It's going to be this, and again, this is in your foldable. So from here all the way down, all of this is interphase. So interphase is actually the longest phase in the whole cell cycle. After interphase, of course, comes mitosis, which mitosis is about that much. And then after that is a itty bitty one, which is cytokinesis. Which is that. So mine is actually labeled wrong because I redid it, but that one is cytokinesis. Cytokinesis. Okay, for question number 8, here is what you need to do. You need to list each phase in order. And you also have to describe what is going on in each phase. Make sure that you know that the cell grows in G1. In synthesis, this is the most important thing. Well, that's actually the only thing. And G2, yes, you have more growth, but there's little checkpoints. Make sure that everything happened the way it was supposed to. Question number 9, you're going to find on this section, so make sure you list them in order. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. You need to remember them. It's P, mat. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. But you got to describe what happens in each one as well. This is a section for prophase, not this part. This is metaphase. Remember, M for middle. Metaphase. The next one is anaphase. The chromatids separate or move apart. A and A apart. And then the last phase of mitosis is telophase. Here, the most important thing is this. You've got two nuclear membranes. In other words, two nuclei or nucleuses. So you have one nucleus, you have another nucleus. And then, of course, eventually in cytokinesis, which is the next step, this has to separate to make two cells. So for the next question, what is cancer? Also, you need to know that the G0 is a non-dividing state. In other words, cells are not dividing. They're not going through mitosis. Okay, so we are on question 12 and 13. Okay? Remember, embryo stem cells, you can produce any type of cell because those are just general cells. They're not specialized yet. They're not differentiated, as we say. Okay? So from those, you can manipulate them, scientists can, and they can produce whatever kind of cell you need. If you need some more blood cells, skin cells, they can do that. My last question is, how are these arrows wrong? The reason that these arrows are wrong is that in this section here, these arrows, they're not supposed to be facing towards each other. It's a cycle, it goes this way. So let's fix it here. So I'm actually going to go over this here. The next two sections, they call it the M phase, but it starts with, after interphase ends, then it starts here with prophase. And this section here is the division of the nucleus. I can't write the other. That's mitosis. Okay? And then the last part is cytokinesis. This is a place where some cells go into that G0 phase. Because that's it. They've already made a cell and that's it. That's all they need. And that's usually the G0s when we're born or a little bit after we're born, and that's it. But this is a whole cell cycle. So the cell cycle is made up of 3 parts. Again, it's made up of interphase, it's made up of mitosis, it's made up of cytokinesis, cell cycle. Okay? So hopefully y'all prepared, you study, you can play this over, listen to my beautiful voice, and I expect that you all will do great tomorrow. Okay. Make sure you work on your extra credit for those of you that are going to be participating for the extra credit. The last day to do that is going to be on Thursday. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.